What if love isn't something that just happens to you, but something you can actually create? Most people spend years waiting, hoping, wishing someone would fall for them. But the people who consistently attract deep, lasting love, they know something the rest of the world doesn't. Today I'm giving you 6 secrets that make people fall deeply in love with you. Not tricks, not games, real psychology that changes everything. And by secret number 5, you're going to completely rethink what love actually is. Let's destroy the biggest lie about love right now. Most people believe attraction is about looks, about being funny enough, successful enough, cool enough. They think love is something that just strikes you like lightning, random, uncontrollable, out of your hands. That's wrong. Psychologists have studied attraction for decades, and what they found will shock you. Deep emotional love is not accidental. It follows specific patterns. It's triggered by specific behaviors. And the people who understand those patterns? They build connections that last a lifetime. You're not unlucky in love, you just haven't learned the rules yet. Here's the secret at the center of everything. People don't fall in love with who you are. They fall in love with how you make them feel. Read that again. It's not about impressing someone. It's about making someone feel alive, understood, and safe when they're around you. Do that consistently, and love becomes almost inevitable. Here are the 6 secrets that make it happen. Secret 1. Make them feel deeply seen. Not heard, not complimented, seen. There's a difference. Hearing someone is passive. Seeing someone means you notice the thing behind the words, the fear they didn't say out loud, the dream they almost didn't mention, the small detail that reveals who they really are. Psychologically, this triggers what researchers call the being known effect. Humans have a primal need to feel understood. When someone makes us feel truly seen, our brain associates that person with emotional safety, and emotional safety is the foundation of deep love. Real example. Your partner mentions offhand that they hate surprises. 3 months later, you plan their birthday exactly the way they'd want it, no surprises. They don't just say thank you. They look at you differently. Because you remembered who they are. That's the move. See people. Really see them. Secret 2. Be the calm in their chaos. The world is loud, stressful, draining. Most relationships add to that noise. But the person someone falls deeply in love with, they become a refuge. When you are emotionally regulated, calm, stable, grounded, other people feel it. They relax around you, their nervous system literally settles, and their brain starts to associate you with peace. Psychologically, this is called co-regulation. We unconsciously sync our emotional states with the people around us. Be calm and you make them calm. Do that enough times, and they start to need that feeling. They start to need you. Real example. They come home stressed, overwhelmed, venting. Instead of giving advice or getting defensive, you just listen. You stay steady. You say, "I've got you." Watch how fast they exhale. Watch how fast they move closer. Peace is magnetic. Be the person who brings it. Secret 3. Have a life they want to be part of. This one stings a little, but it's important. People are attracted to people who are going somewhere. Not necessarily rich or famous, just alive, passionate, intentional. Someone who has interests, goals, friendships, and energy that exist independent of any relationship. Psychologically, this triggers what's called positive affect association. When your life looks exciting and full, being around you feels exciting and full. You become someone they want to be near not because they need you, but because you make their world bigger. Real example. You're not sitting at home waiting for texts. You're at the gym, learning a skill, building something, laughing with friends. When they do see you, you're energized, interesting, present. And suddenly they're thinking about you when you're not around. Don't shrink your life for love. Expand it. The right person will run toward it. Secret 4. Be honest even when it's uncomfortable. Most people try to be likable by being agreeable. They go along. They avoid conflict. They pretend to love things they don't. This is a trap. Honesty real. Respectful, gentle honesty is one of the most attractive qualities a person can have, because it's rare. And because it signals something critical, if you're honest when it doesn't serve you, people trust that you're always telling the truth. Including when you say, "I care about you." Psychologically, vulnerability and honesty activate what researchers call disclosure reciprocity. When you're real with someone, they feel safe being real back. That mutual realness? That's intimacy. And intimacy is what love is built on. Real example. Everyone else tells them what they want to hear. You tell them the truth kindly, but clearly. At first it catches them off guard. Then slowly, you become the one person they actually trust. And trust turns into something much deeper. Be real. The world has enough performers. Secret 5. Make them laugh and make them think. Not one or the other, both. Laughter creates bonding through shared joy. It lowers walls. It releases oxytocin, the same chemical released during physical touch and deep connection. A person who makes you laugh doesn't just entertain you. They chemically bond with you. But laughter alone isn't enough for deep love. You also need depth. Conversations that go somewhere, ideas that challenge, questions that make them see the world differently. The combination of laughter and intellectual stimulation creates something powerful. They feel light and alive around you. That's the cocktail people fall in love with. Real example. You have them laughing at dinner genuinely, uncontrollably laughing. Then the conversation shifts. You ask them something nobody's ever asked them before. They pause. They think. They say, "That's a really good question." Now they're not just entertained. They're intrigued. And intrigue is the beginning of obsession. Be fun. Be deep. Be both. Secret 6. Show up consistently without being asked. This is the one that separates real love from temporary infatuation. Anyone can show up when it's convenient, when it's fun, when things are easy. But deep love is built in the small, unremarkable moments, the check-in text on a hard day, the favor nobody asked for, the presence when someone is low and unexciting and struggling. Psychologically, this is called relationship investment theory. The more consistently someone shows up, not perfectly, just reliably, the more their partner's brain registers them as safe, as permanent, as someone worth loving back. Real example. They're going through something hard. They're not fun right now. They're withdrawn. Most people drift. You stay. You send the text. You ask how they're doing not once, but again and again. And when it's over, they look back and realize, you were the one who didn't leave. That realization? That's when people fall. Be consistent. In a world of inconsistency, that alone is everything. Here's what nobody tells you about love. You cannot manipulate someone into genuinely loving you. There are no tricks, no scripts, no shortcuts to real intimacy. But you can become someone who is easy to love deeply. The 6 secrets I just gave you, they're not about changing who you are to impress someone. They're about growing into your best self, being more present, more honest, more grounded, more alive. And here's the plot twist. When you do that work, when you become that person, you stop chasing love. Love starts finding you, because you've become someone magnetic, someone real, someone worth choosing every single day. The goal was never to make one specific person fall for you. The goal is to become someone capable of the kind of love that actually lasts. Here's what you do today. Pick one person in your life, a crush, a partner, someone you care about, and make them feel deeply seen. One genuine, specific observation. One thing you notice that shows you've been paying attention. Not a compliment, a recognition. I noticed that you light up when you talk about that. I remember you said this mattered to you. That's it. One moment of real attention, and watch what it does. Start there. Start today. You don't need to be perfect to be deeply loved. You need to be present, honest, consistent, real. The love you want, the kind that goes deep, that stays, that actually means something. It's not out of reach. It's built. One honest moment, one calm presence, one real conversation at a time. Stop waiting to be chosen. Start becoming someone you'd want to love. You already have everything it takes. Now you know what to do with it. If this gave you something real today, subscribe. New videos every week on relationships, psychology, and becoming the best version of yourself. And next video, we're talking about the one thing people do in relationships that silently destroys love even when everything looks fine on the surface. That one's going to hit hard. Don't miss it.